So here we have the lateral left side of the brain. Lateral just means side in simpler terms. So first in the brain we have the frontal lobe, which most people know about. It's in the purple, and it's known for cognition, which plays a role in thinking, learning, language abilities, problem solving, and design making, just to name a few. Then behind the frontal lobe, we have the parietal lobe, which is in charge of the sensations such as pressure, pain, temperature, and touch. So an example of this would be if you touched a hot stove, that part of the brain is the one that tells you to take your hand off that. Then we have the occipital lobe right under the parietal lobe, which is in the blue. It's mainly for vision, which processes visual information, specifically what we see and how we see it, and it also interprets the distance and location of where we're at. And then beside the occipital lobe, we have the temporal lobe, which is in the green, and it's mainly for hearing, and it helps with processing auditory information, specifically with that on how and what we hear, and how we process that, and how our brain turns that into conversation. So then we have three separations throughout the brain. The first one on the top of the brain is called the central sulcus, which separates the frontal lobe from the parietal lobe. Then on towards the bottom of the brain, we have the lateral sulcus, which separates the frontal lobe from the temporal lobe. And lastly, we have the parieto-occipital sulcus, which separates the parietal lobe from the occipital lobe. Thank you.